Hey guys, welcome back to Will's Garage. So, standing here underneath a 2010 Dodge Charger RT, and had clunking noise from the front end that just drove me absolutely nuts. Trying to find what it was. I found a couple of bad components. I found a bad tie rod end on the passenger side. I found a bad upper control arm on the driver's side. Test drove the car again, and almost instantly I hear this clunk, and I could feel it in the floorboards. Bouncing the car up and down. I'm feeling around control arms. Everything looks tight, but I could feel the clunk, like on the strut. Now I wasn't too focused on the struts because I had just replaced them. I'm going to say about a year ago or so, so they're not very old. I did a full complete strut, came with the springs and everything, just to make my life a little easier than to switch springs over. But I just wanted to show you guys what I found. While I had someone else bouncing the car on the ground, I was feeling around, and I came to find out that the sway bar mount bushing is actually worn on the driver's side. And what it was doing is it's causing the bar to move just enough that it's giving me a clunk, and it's radiating through the subframe, which is making me feel it everywhere else. So stay tuned. I'll show you guys how to change it. They're really easy to change. So, underneath the car, driver's side, this is the bushing in question, sway bar. This is the sway bar end link. It attaches up to the strut. A lot of times when you have weird clunking noises, I've found that it's usually these. There's like a ball joint like kind of in here, and they start to wear out, and when you have the car up in the air, you know, there's tension on it, so you don't really see it. Sometimes if you grab a pair of pliers and squeeze the two together, you could see the play in there, and then you know what it is. Like I said, everything else was tight. The lower control arm, this radius arm, I'm not sure what Dodge calls it. You know, the tie rod end on this side, everything was tight. I'm going to come over here, and I can kind of see, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Let me grab a light. So a little gap, which you can see underneath there in between the sway bar and the bushing. And then I don't know if you can see it again, but yeah, you're not going to see it on camera, but if I gave this bar a good yank, you can actually see the play moving back and forth in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the heat shields, and then we're going to take these two bolts off on the driver's side. I'm going to repeat that on the passenger side. I'm going to do this, I'm going to try to do this one at a time. Might be easier to just do both at the same time so I can swing the bar down. And we're going to change those bushings. Now I have some special grease I like to put on these, just so we don't get any funny squeaks. But depending on the bushings you get, a lot of times it'll come with some kind of lubricant or something. But you want to just put something on the bushing so, you know, when the sway bar twists, it doesn't leave you with a squeaking sound. Okay, have the old bushings out. Well, it's kind of hard to see here. You can see a little bit of wear in there. I know it's really hard to see on camera. But yeah, these things are shot. As soon as I got the bracket off, they were just really loose on there, and they should be should have a really snug fit to the sway bar. Take a look at the sway bar. See if we look right the other way. You can see the shiny portion where the bushing's been riding. You want to make sure that this isn't heavily worn, free from rust and dirt and all that other good stuff. You know, just give it a good clean up, and put a little lubricant on here, put the new bushings on, and then put it back into the bracket. Alright, got my new Moog bushings, which are a lot stiffer than the rubber ones, so you get to watch me fight to get them on. I put some lubricant on the bar already. So I'm going to try to separate it and get it on here. mention it. I'll take this off. Alright, so I'm going to put it with the slot facing down in case any moisture gets in there, it finds its way out. Honestly though, once I put the bracket on, it's probably going to just about close this up. Also keep in mind there's raised portions on these bushings that correspond to this back bracket as well as the front bracket. So make sure it's sitting in that notch and put the bracket on. Okay, the sway bar bushings are in. Heat shields reinstalled with the bolts on the sides, on both sides. It's very important. It's that catalytic converters right there. That'll really heat up that area. So, like I said, just to recap, make sure you have some lubricant in there. Get the bushings facing the right direction. Snug everything back up, and your noise should be done. So, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment below.